Hi everyone, hi to the Tongas, the Kaundes. You're also welcome to join. Yeah, maybe mungapunzireko one or two. Okay, so today we are going to be doing a smart shirt. So from the bodies, we are going to go to the smart shirts. So I just decided that let me bring the smart shirt earlier so that you should relate to what I was talking about with the bodies. There are just a few changes and a few differences on the bodies and the smart shirt. So let's get to it. Okay, so for the smart shirt we have one, we will have sleeves. Okay, two, we are going to have a collar. Okay, three, we are having buttons. Four, we are having a side or pocket, chest pocket. Let's put it as chest pocket. Chest pocket. Okay. Yeah, so this is what we are going to have on the smart shirt. So the measurements, one, shoulder, two, bust stroke, bust point, three, under bust, stroke point, four, mid, waist point, stroke point, mid waist and point. Five, we have the shirt length. So usually we go up to the hip point. You know, the ones that you have to tuck in and everything, you can go up to hip point, circumference. And so if you want it to end by the lower waist, meaning you put that full length where you want it to reach. Number 6. So these are the measurements that we're going to have. So the other measurement is armhole measurement, armhole measurement, and nipple to nipple. Like that. Okay. So as we know, we always start with our shoulder. So everything is the same except when you are doing the smart shirt, before you start drafting, you are going to leave 3 inches. So we're going to leave 3 inches everywhere like this. Then connect. So we'll leave these 3 inches. So usually, the reason for leaving these 3 inches is for the button holes. So we're going to start our measurement from here. So our chest divided by, our shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5. Okay. Our bust point is our bust point is 10, under bust is 13, mid is 19. So we'll go up to the lower waist, which which we are going to say is the full length of 24. Okay, so these are our points. These are our points. So the next thing is to find our bust circumference. Our bust circumference is 10. We'll mark 10. Our under bust is 9.25. We'll mark our 9.25 here. Our midwest is 9.75. We'll mark our 9.75 here. Then our lower waist is 10. We'll mark our 10. So when you connect it with your free hand, it should be like that. Okay? So from there we are going to go to our armhole measurements. As we all know, our armhole. So we know that our armhole measurements, is bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. So for instance, if we're working with 40, we're going to divide it by 6 plus 1.5, and our answer is going to be 8.2. So we are going to first do our shoulder slant, 1 inch down on the shoulder. Okay, we'll go 1 inch down for the slant, like that. Then we're coming down by 8.2, which is here. So we'll just draw a straight line like that. If you come back to any questions, never at Murandu, Tanzania. Okay, so we can just extend the line, which we call the chest point. Okay, extend it like this. Also extend it like that. Okay, so from there, as I said, we need to bisect this line. If our line is 8.2, we find the midpoint is going to be 4.1. This is our midpoint. Then on the midpoint, we're going to go 0.5 to 1 inch. We can go 0.5 on the shirt because the dipping is not really supposed to be much. Sorry. Then here 1 inch. Okay. This is giving. Okay, then from there we're going to do our neck measurements, which is our neck measurements, which is 2.5. Okay, so it's going to be here. Then we come down 3.5. Then we'll connect. So I can just show you on how to do them. So if you want to make this a round neck, what you can do is just go 1 inch up, 1 inch here in, then you connect it like this. Then it will give you a round neck. But now we're just going to be working with the squared neck. So from there, okay, so let me just drain our slant. Okay, so from there, what you do, if you're making a female smart shirt, you can do the darting, okay? You can do the darting. If you're not doing a smart shirt for a woman, what you're going to do is that you're going to, from the bust here, from the bust, you just drop it straight like this, up to the far end here, okay? You just drop it because it's a plain, so you just drop it. It doesn't have to fit a man. You know how men's shirts are usually a bit loose, they prefer loose things. So you can just drop it from the bust, you drop it down up to the full length. Then what you do is that from here you will draft the back part separately. So before we draft the back part, let me just name them BP, UB, P, M, mid waist point, lower waist point. Then this is the M, mid waist, lower waist circumference, under bust and bust. This is the armhole. We'll call this one the armhole depth, okay? Then this is the slant, chest slant, shoulder slant, shoulder slant. So for the back, what you do is that you can use the same manila paper that you drafted for the front to draft the back, except for the back is that you are going on the dipping of the neck. You are not going to go 3 inches down, but you will go about 1.5 inches at the back, okay? 1.5 inches at the back like this. So come down by 1.5, then we connect it this side like this, meaning the neck depth is the same, but the dipping, actually the dipping is different, but the size of the neck is still the same. So you just go in 1 inch. Then for the slant, you don't slant on the shoulder, you actually come up, so it's going to be straight here, okay? The actual no slant, then your armhole is going to start from there like that. So that's the difference. And the other difference is that the buttons are removed. Then behind you're supposed to only have 1 piece, but the front you're supposed to have 2 pieces. Then the darting for the back, it's supposed to end just here like this, okay? Your dart just has to be snatched just here like that. That's the difference with the back part, okay? Except everything else is the same, except you remove the buttons. You on the shoulder slant, you go up by 1 inch. Then the neck depth, it's going to be smaller. For the back, it's going to be 1.5 instead of 3.5. Then the other thing is that the dart, the princess dart, you don't have it from behind. It just starts from your bust point. Okay, it just starts from your bust point and it goes, and it can even go straight, or you can just snatch it, just this part. Okay, so that's all about the main body of the smart shirt. Then now we are going to do the neck, the collar. Okay, so I just want people to pay attention here, to really concentrate, because once you just make one mistake, you're going to cut a lot of collars. Okay, so you are going to you are going to start measuring the size of your neck. It is going to be, for you to be on the safe side, when you cut the main body, you start going around with the tape on the neck, you measure it all around. But if you are not going to do that, you can just do this. For the neck on Ford, we use 3.5. Okay? So the 3.5, it means it's from this part going to this part. Okay? So, meaning even the neck, the round neck of a person when you are calculating, is that you are going to measure or to calculate 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, meaning the neck, what we are going to do with the neck, we are going to do 3.5 times 4, which we are going to find about 14 inches. Okay, so 14 inches we are going to add plus the buttonhole, okay, which is 1 inch, which we are going to be working with 15. That is if your cutting and everything else are accurate. If they are not accurate, you are going to just measure around the neck. Okay, so when drafting our collar, okay, so our calculation is that our neck is 3.5 times 4. So we're going to do 3.5 times 4, which gave us 14, plus 1 inch, okay, plus 1 inch equals 15. Then this 15 plus another 1 inch for the sewing allowance, because we are going to fold and everything. So when we add another 1 inch, meaning we are going to have 16. So we are going to be using 16 when cutting. Okay, so that's the size. That's the size. So now when we're doing 16, we are going to do 16 divided by 2, which is going to give us 8 times. Okay, 8 times 16 divided by 2, we have 8. So because our collar is folded in 2, so we are going to do 8. So we'll be working with 8 inches. So 8. Okay. 8. So we are going to start with our bishop collar. So our bishop collar, the size of the bishop collar, you know that one that when you fasten your button, it's also involved before the standard collar. So we are going to do our bishop collar like this. So the size of the bishop collar is 1 inch. So we are going to do 1 inch like that, plus another 1 inch sewing allowance. So our bishop collar will be 2 inches like this. Like that, right? So for it to be curvy, I think we see how it's usually curvy. Okay, it's usually curvy. We are going to curve it on the side the way we are curving on the neck. So we'll go in 1 inch and down 1 inch like that. Then we'll connect the lines to be something like this. I think it's even started showing. So it will be something like this. When you connect it will be like this. Okay? The 1 inch on the car is very small down. Oh yeah. So our 1 inch is okay. Then inside is okay. So you are connecting it to this don't use a ruler, you use freehander, and so it will be like this. Our bishop collar will be like this. If you want, you can make it bubbly, where it comes like this and comes down like that. Okay, if you want, you can just make like a sharp one but with free hand, that's also okay. So this is how you cut the bishop collar. So from there we'll just cut it so that we know what we're talking about. Okay, so this is our bishop collar. Okay, it's the one that sits down and usually has a button and a button around this area like this. It will have a button here. So we'll put aside and now we draft our standard collar. So for our standard collar, we're going to use the same measurement, which is 8. Okay, which is 8, and we are going to have, okay, so 8 like this. So and the standard size is 2 inches, but you can make it bigger. We've seen collars that go all the way longer and everything, but the standard is 2 inches. So we're going to go up by 2 inches, then we'll add plus 1 inch joining allowance. Okay, then here we are going to go 2 inches up plus 1 inch joining allowance, then we connect. Barura nao ni wakuru. Like that, eh? So when we have this, okay, when we have this, remember you see this one is and this one up and the one down are the same, they are the same like this, eh? So meaning they're not supposed to be the same. Okay, this one is sitting on, you come in because it doesn't have a button. Okay, so we are going to come back in by 1 inch. Okay, then you connect it like that. You connect it like that and it will remain like this. Okay, then when you do that, meaning it has what? It has become like stamping. If you want it longer, you will start adding your inches. If you want a very longer collar, you add your 1 inch here. Then you will connect it slantingly or to reach the beginning of the collar, which will go like that. Okay? Then you connect it to the collar like that, meaning it's going deeper and deeper. The more you go, the more it becomes sharp. But for now, let's just use this one. Okay, we can use this one, so we'll cut it. demonstrate this, how they're supposed to sit on the shirt. So it's going to be like this. I think you are able to tell that this is a collar. Okay, this is how you construct, or this is how you draft your collar. Okay, so for now we are going to end here. Then when we meet again, we are going to do the the cutting of the fabric together with the cutting of the sleeves. So this is the collar, and that's our draft, our main body of the smart shirt. So this is the back, and when you do this with the button allowance, it becomes the front. So till next time, from Mrs. Zulu. Bye bye.